Hello, and welcome to Live at the Q. I'm Cindy Pruitt, president of Laguna Beach Live. We're so happy to be here and bring some great music to all of you. And thank you to the Suzy Q for hosting us here. And we thank Chamber of Music of Orange County for partnering with us to bring their great students from their program. You'll meet April Kim later, director of the Orange County Chamber of Music, and she'll tell you more about who they are and participate in the chat, the Q&A with the students, and you can send your questions via chat on the Zoom schedule. So right now I'd like to have, just to remind you, we are Laguna Live, and not only are we doing this program, but we have a lot of other music going on in May. Check us out online and join us for some other things. This is going to be the conclusion of the up and coming rising stars of chamber music for this semester, and we'll be back in the fall. So please enjoy today. It's been great, and I'm going to let each, because we have such a great group of students here today, I'm going to let them introduce themselves and not spend a lot of your time. So thank you for coming.
My name is Fiona Kouwabunpat. And my name is Sofia Kouwabunpat. And we are 14 years old, and we go to Fred Newhart Middle School in Mission Viejo. So we're going to play our composition called It's Me, Morrow. And we were inspired by our dog and also the famous video game Super Mario Bros. So we wanted to kind of combine the styles of the music from the video game and the actions of our dog into a musical piece. And instead of titling it It's Me, Mario, we decided to name it It's Me, Morrow. So for my solo piece, I'll be playing Johann Sebastian Bach's Sinfonia Partita number 2 in C minor, BWV 826. And one particular thing I like about this piece is that you can hear the melody on both hands, not just the right hand where it's usually heard.
Hi, my name is Matthew Martono. I'm 13 years old and I go to Fred Hart Middle School. Today I will be playing Johann Sebastian Bach's Partita for Violin Solo number 1 in B minor in the third movement. One thing I like about this piece is the chord progressions. They really fit in together.
Hello, my name is Sofia Kouwabunpat. I'll be playing two pieces. The first piece I will play is by Kabalevsky. I will play his Prelude in A minor, Opus 38, number 2. It comes from a set of 24 pieces that was written in all the major and minor keys. Even though this piece is really short, when you listen to it, try to imagine, this piece is very busy, but try to imagine that there's a lot of spiders crawling on you and you just can't get rid of it. The second piece I'll be playing is Bach's Partita number 3 BWV 827. This piece comes from 6 partitas, and you will notice that throughout the whole piece, it has a powerful and strong feeling.
Hello, everybody. My name is Brandon Shin. I'm 17 years old and I'm a high school senior attending University High School in Irvine. And this is my 4th year in the Chamber Music OC pre-college program. And today I'll be playing for you. I'll be starting with the J.S. Bach Cello Suite No. 3 in C major, and I'll be playing for you the prelude and the jig of it. And the prelude serves as a very brilliant opening to the entire suite, and the jig is just a lively and energetic dance that wraps up the whole work. So I hope you enjoy. The next piece I'll be playing for you is a movement from the Ligeti Sonata for Solo Cello. And the movement is called Dialogo, which means basically just a conversation, a dialogue between two voices. And initially, this piece was not very well received by the public. It was written between 1948 and 1953. But, well, nowadays, it's a standard repertoire for many cellists. And I hope you enjoy. final piece I'll be playing for you is a caprice from the Piadis Cello Caprices, and I'll be playing caprice number 9, which is a very virtuosic showpiece that just features this instrument very well, and there's a lot of spiccato and there's a lot of underlying melodies going on with these double stops and triple stops going on. So I hope you enjoy.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. My name is April Kim, and I'm one of the directors from Chamber Music OC.
I don't think
We
you can
are
hear
a
that, can you?
classical music
No.
organization that focuses
Well,
on
just put this
promoting the
down.
art of chamber music through performance, education, and outreach engagement. If you would like to find out more about our organization and the pre-college program, please visit our website at chambermusicoc.org. Now, I would like to take this moment to thank Susie Q and Laguna Beach Live for featuring our rising stars from the pre-college program on this virtual platform. All of our students who participated in this concert series mentioned that, how wonderful it was to perform and interact with the audience. And I hope you've been enjoying their playing as well. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you to all the staff who coordinated and facilitated for this event. Now, without further ado, we will now move to the Q&A session with our young artists, and after that, we will end with the Lochner Trio. So please send in your questions through the chat, or I will be asking all the questions. Let's have all the young artists back on stage. Hi, guys. Thank you so much for your wonderful playing today. Could you go around and introduce yourselves again? Please say your name, age, instrument, school, and for fun, your favorite ice cream flavor.
Hi, my name is Matthew Martono. I'm 13 years old and I'm in 8th grade. I attend Fred Newhart Middle School. My favorite ice cream flavor would be, I guess, just vanilla.
Hi, my name is Fiona. I am 14 years old. I go to Fred Newhart Middle School and I'm currently in 8th grade. I guess my favorite ice cream flavor would also be vanilla. Hi, my name is Sofia Kouwabunpat. I am 14 years old and I also go to Fred Newhart Middle School in 8th grade. I play the piano and the viola, and my favorite ice cream would be green tea ice cream.
My name is Brandon Shin. I am a high school senior at University High School in Irvine, and I play the cello, and I also have played violin and piano and clarinet before, and I have never eaten ice cream before. So.
No questions there. Okay. So when did you guys first start learning your instrument and how did you start? Maybe Brandon first?
Well, I started playing, I actually started playing piano when I was 4. I was almost 5 years old, and when I was 7, I started playing the cello, and of course I've been playing cello ever since. I took a little break from piano here and there, but yeah, I absolutely am thankful for being able to play my instrument and being here today. So.
I started playing piano when I was 5 years old, and for viola, I started playing around when I was 12 or 13. And I think that's
Yeah, how did you start?
Oh, well, I played piano first, and I think I started with my sister, and we both like to play with each other. I also started playing piano when I was around 5 years old, and basically the same situation.
I also play the piano. I started the piano when I was 5 years old too. And I started violin when I was around 8 years old. And both of my sisters actually also played piano and violin. So that was the motivation for me to learn it too.
Ooh, very musical family. Any questions yet? Okay. Do you enjoy playing in your chamber groups? And what's fun about it if you like it? Maybe Matthew?
So I play with Fiona and Sofia, and it's really fun to play together with them. And we have a lot of fun.
I also agree. I also play with Matthew and Sophia.
So, is this your first chamber music experience playing in a group?
Yes, it's
Oh.
my first time.
What are the challenges then?
I guess it would be coordinating with the different instruments.
Like chewing, staying,
Yeah.
staying together. Okay, how about Brandon?
What was the question again? Sorry.
Do you enjoy playing in the chamber group?
I absolutely love playing in my chamber
Ooh.
group this year, and I'm playing the Brahms string sextet in G major with 5 other people. So sextet is 6 people, and I really love my fellow peers, of course. And I think it's very, very fortunate that we're able to play this level of piece because it's not very common for people to play like a string sextet formation in Brahms in high school. So yeah, all of us are very lucky at Chamber Music to be playing this. So,
Oh.
and we enjoy it. So it's fantastic.
Yeah, that's awesome. So Sophia and Fiona, you guys played the piano forehand so beautifully, and it was such a fun piece. And I heard that you guys composed it. So how was the process like? And did you have any difficulties rehearsing together, or do you guys have like super twin power or something?
Well, it was around the time we got our dog from the rescue center,
Mhm.
and we thought he was very cute, and we decided to just make a song for him. Yes, our dog was very active, and like especially because he was a small puppy, and he would like jump really high, and while we were making our piece, we would argue a lot. Because we would say, no, we want it this way, no, we want it that way. And then our teacher, she helped us put our ideas together, and it turned out like that.
So did you guys actually compose on the piano while you were playing around?
Yes.
Or like, okay, well, that's cool. How about for Matthew and Brandon? Well, in your chamber groups, like, what do your coaches emphasize? Because you have your sextet, which is a huge group, right? And I'm sure for a trio too, your coaches have a lot to say. So what do they like really emphasize in terms of like bringing the ensemble together?
Well, I think for especially our string sextet, we're very fortunate to have been coached by Dr. Aaron Krzyzkowski and Mr. Ross Gasworth, and they always try to help us open up our ears a little bit better, because especially playing in a string sextet, 6 people, it's a little bit more than a duo, trio, or even a quartet. So it's important for you to be aware of your surroundings and how to respond to each other in order to make like an ideal performance, and of course to stay together. That's important as well. But
How about for you, Matthew?
So in our trio, what our coach really emphasizes that we have to like balance out and also just stay together, because sometimes we get a tiny bit off with each other, and it's really noticeable.
The chamber music playing is so tricky to stay together. Do you guys have any memorable performance, masterclass, or festival experience that you would like to share with us?
yeah, well, I've had a lot of experiences, fortunately, as a musician and cellist, and if I were to choose 2, because I can't choose one, well, when I was in 8th grade, and I was 13 years old, I was like 13 and a half, and for an artist that's usually pretty young in a way to just be able to experience the real world and everything. But when I was 13, I was in chamber music, of course, in the formerly young artist program, and I've been selected to go perform at Carnegie Hall with them, with not just some other young artists, but also some of some of just the greatest musicians in this world currently, the professional musicians. And it was at Carnegie Hall, of course, so it's very serious, superstitious, and for me as a 13-year-old, that was incredible. We rehearsed at Juilliard for a couple of days. I got to go explore New York, of course, and just see what like the real musician world was like, because they didn't treat me as a just like a middle schooler. They treated me as someone who has to come with their part prepared, someone who has to be able to execute their performance very well. And yeah, that was very memorable for me. And my other experience would just be at the Center State Strings Institute 2019 at the University of Michigan. It's a summer festival for 4 weeks, and yeah, we had pretty much performances almost every day, which means you get to listen to so many new ideas and so many just amazing musicians, and it just opened up my mind a little bit more. So I'm very thankful for that.
Nice, congratulations. Very impressive. How about for you guys? Do you have any memorable performance experience, festival, or masterclass?
One memorable experience was when Sofia and I actually got to perform our composition in Canada for the Yamaha program. And it was a very new and exciting experience, because not only did we just play at a concert, we also got to play with other students from the Yamaha program, and they also composed pieces. So it was just very exciting.
Yep, the same. Okay. Matthew?
Last year, I played in, I think it was our school district's honor orchestra, and we played Serenade for Strings. It was really fun.
Nice. And Christmas? Okay. It's me.
I have a question.
Yes.
I'm just wondering how easily that moment triple stop, and being your intonation is so good. How did that happen?
Well, practice, of course, but it just requires you to not only be able to just sit down and set up a practice time and seeking improvement, but also you just have to be well, recently I read this article on how your mental state is very important when you're doing something as like something as deep as music or performing arts. And of course, everyone, sometimes you practice so much and you think you got the piece down, but then you go on a performance and you really just don't play as well as you think. But I just think that not even just in performances, but just in practice itself, you just have to be very just mentally aware and just pretend it's like the real thing, so you can drill it in and out that's how I kind of practiced it more than just.
And so
practicing
is the difference between your live performance and your practice close?
It's gotten better over the years, so but always there's improvement. So
What is your favorite piece to play on your instrument? Do you have any favorite composers or favorite performers that you admire? Abby?
I don't really have a favorite. I like all of them, but sometimes when I'm starting to learn a new piece, I just really don't like it. But then I just grow into it and I start to like it.
The more you play, the more
Yeah.
you improve.
One of the performers, sorry, that I admire is Amy Garrett and maybe Yuji Wang, because I think they play with.
That's interesting that you mentioned you their way because your sister was the very first one to perform in our concert series, Nicole Kouwabunpat. Yeah, and she mentioned you their way as her your performer that she admires. Sisters think alike.
I don't necessarily have a favorite piece. It's like I kind of have like the same feeling to music, to any kind of music, like how Matthew does. I just when I pick a piece, I usually just slowly get into it, and it starts to become more fun, especially because I can play it better. For musicians, I also don't really have a favorite, but I like a lot of different because they all have like different techniques and abilities. Like a few that I admire is Yoonbi Lee and a jazz pianist, Hiromi Uehara, and they're so different, but they're brilliant.
Thanks for sharing. Brandon?
well, I love so many pieces, but if I had to choose one that I played before, probably the Schumann Cello Concerto and A minor. It's just a wonderful piece. And favorite composer, either Tchaikovsky or Rachmaninoff, is one of those two. And performers that I admire, I really admire Yo-Yo Ma, of course. I think every cellist just loves Yo-Yo Ma, not because of his amazing technical skills, but also because he is just an incredible person. He is such a humanitarian that I aspire to be towards. And I also really like Ray Chen because he has an aspect, he has like a way to connect with his audience through social media. And I appreciate how he tries to connect himself with what other people are always thinking or just learning something new.
Right. Great. So for our last question, how has classical music helped you in your personal development? It's a difficult one.
So usually when you're practicing or even if you're performing, you have to really focus a lot. And that has helped me through studying, tests, and just doing homework in general.
Awesome.
So classical music has made me focus more on like other musical styles, and it's kind of opened up more musical styles to me, and I can pay attention to the details of it. Classical music has had a lot of influence on me. I think because in practicing, you have to keep practicing until you get better. And I think because I practiced, I applied it to a lot of other things. And I think it just helped me review things and like look for problems I have to go over. And
Well, I think music, not just classical, but of course, especially classical music, it just helps you become a better person because, and when you're practicing music, when you're having all these experiences as an artist, you're not only developing your technique, of course, but you're also developing yourself as a personal human being and as an artist. And I think the discipline that you use to, I guess, succeed in a music field really applies to not just music, but just in life in general. For example, of course, practicing, it's not just doing this over and over again. it's, of course, it's building discipline, organization, but it's also building, you gotta like look like in different perspectives. So it's very helpful in life, not just in, schoolwork, academics, but also, when you're out there in the real world, you have to, if you want to always consistently improve yourself, you gotta constantly seek out different ways to approach a new way of doing something. So,
Yes.
so that.
All right. Thank you so much, you guys. That was wonderful. So we'll bring back Sophia, Fiona, and Matthew for the Lochner trio, and that would be the wrap.
So the three of us will be playing the first movement of Ignaz Lochner's Piano Trio number 6 in C major, Opus 103. Many consider his chamber music to be his best work. And one thing we all like about this piece is that it was composed for piano, violin, and viola, which is an unusual combo for a chamber piece, but that's specifically why we like it.
Thank you.